Welcome to the first ever podcast of GW Unspoken. My name is Garry and I'm coming to you from North Brisbane and currently setting up a company and business to help take back the line and improve the connections between children, teens and their parents. So who am I? I'm a teacher. I've been teaching for 25 years, both remotely and also in the North Brisbane corridor, background in HPE, but more importantly for me, really getting into my interest now, and that's the learning and wellbeing of children and also supporting parents on that journey. So what is this podcast about? Well, GW Unspoken talks about the stuff that we don't usually talk about, but probably should. And we know that there's an ever-increasing gap between teens and children and their parents. And maybe in the workforce, they're feeling the same way, where those connections aren't really those close connections that used to be. And there's so many things that impact that. But as we know, that human connection is the most important thing than anything. So why should anyone care about this one and why this podcast exists? Well, like I said, connection is everything. And throughout the shows, we'll be giving you some tips and tricks and some expert advice based on the theory around the place, things we've learned also in the school system and the experience of 25 years, but also around some books and leadership around how we can do effective communication and what that benefits us and what that brings to us in each of those relationships that we have, whether it's interpersonal, whether it's close and personal, or whether it's through our acquaintances. And it could be, like I said, in the work environment, or it could be, with more importantly, with our children and our teens. So we'll have guests come in, give us tips and tricks. There'll be plenty of things that we can have that link to the website where you can get some free uploads and download some forms and some ideas about how to actually improve either yourself in a business or an employee situation at work, but also around the home in your everyday connections with your child or children. The things we're going to be talking about in GW Unspoken are all those things that actually help improve those benefits of active communication. So we'll be talking about some purpose and some leadership. We're talking about the skills to be connected, such as being grateful, the importance of sleep, the importance of community and culture to actually build connections. We're also going to really have a deep dive into technology and the effects that technology has on us and our children, and some of the negative effects that it can have. And even though it's so important and it's got a great use and a tool, basically addictive technologies, what they actually do to our brains. So there'll be a fair bit of neuroscience to back up all the information we've got as well. We'll talk about some mindfulness and the ever-increasing popularity of mindfulness and why it is so good for us and our connections, the importance of movement and exercise, and also a lot of tips and tricks around nutrition. So I hope you can join us for the episodes. As I said, we'll be having people dial in. We'll get a chance to talk to teens. We'll have a chance to talk to parents and some corporates and business owners, employees, just to talk about how we can actually improve our connections. And I hope you really join us on this journey, because we'd love to have you here. Stay tuned to our next episode coming in very shortly.